Ladies, it's getting scary out here. It's getting a little scary out here in these dating streets. Okay, every day I'm on YouTube and I see an article, not an article, a video of a man being exposed for being with a man. Just a pastor in North Carolina got a whole boyfriend in the church. What is going on? Like, listen, one thing I'm not doing in this season is playing with God. If I sin, I'm gonna get right back up and say, Lord, forgive me. I'm not about to be living crazy. Like, what is going on? How are you as a pastor? If you wanna do your thing with men, that's between you and whoever you're doing it with. But don't be in the pulpit preaching, knowing good and well that God is against that lifestyle. And then you think about the athlete, Dwight Howard, being exposed for being with a man. And I used to be like, I used to love Dwight Howard. Like, he might still follow me on Twitter, like, because he followed me years ago. 'Cause I was like a huge fan. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? Based on how he looked, who would have really thought that? And you have the regular men that just are manipulators, liars, cheaters, deceivers. It's time to get in our prayer closet. It's time to go to God in prayer. It's time to say, Lord, what do you have for me? Because what's out here, y'all can keep that. Like, y'all can keep that. I am somebody that I love men. I think that's like one of God's scariest creations. And people say women are great. Yeah, we great. But like a real man, and that's the thing. A lot of women don't know real men. I know a few real men. So a real man, that's a beautiful thing. Like, it's God did His thing when He made men. But the issue is we don't have real men nowadays. We have grown boys, as my life coach would say. We have grown boys, and we have these. I don't even know what else to call them. That's the best way to put it. Grown boys. These people are of age, but they act like boys. And so we have to really just be in prayer, really stay prayed up, really just stay connected to God. Because when we stay connected, He'll give us discernment. Like, when I stay connected to God, God will be like, yo, something ain't right with this man. I need you to do a little deep diving. And you know what? I'll find it. I remember years ago, like 20, maybe 18, 19, somewhere around there. I remember I met this man at a hotel because I was traveling for work, and um, he worked at a hotel. And so when I was leaving, he's like, hey, how are you doing? My name is such and such. Like, can I get your Instagram? I'm like, yeah. Like, he was like attractive. He wasn't like drop dead. Oh my god, fine, fine. But he wasn't ugly. Like, he was attractive. I was like, yeah, sure. And we started texting, whatever. We hung out. Obviously, nothing physical, but something just said something ain't right, Joya. Like, something in my spirit did not sit right, y'all. Just something was just off. So something said, look him up. Like, try to find him on like Facebook, because mind you, we connected on Instagram, and so I already had his Instagram. I could not find his Facebook. I'm looking like, this man has a Facebook. Like, something in my spirit is telling me, y'all, this man has a Facebook, but I cannot find it. I'm like, okay, God, something is not letting me let this go. So something there has to be a reason. I'm so gung ho on this, right? I hear the Holy Spirit say, because I'm going down his Instagram trying to figure out how can I put his name, because people names on Facebook ain't always their real name, right? So I'm going down the Instagram, can't find nothing. I hear the Holy Spirit. He said, Joya, go to this man highlights on his Instagram page. Now, granted, I don't check people highlights unless I really care what's going on your page. But the Holy Spirit said, check the highlights. I checked the highlights. I found his Facebook name. I'm like, okay, all right. Look him up on Facebook. First post I see, such and such is in a relationship with such and such. I say, so this man had a girlfriend the entire time? Even though when I met him and we started talking, I was like, hey, you have a girlfriend? He's like, no. I'm like, so I screenshot it. I sent it to him. I was like, oh, wow, okay, this what we doing? He's like, well, yeah. When you asked me if I had a girlfriend, I didn't at the time, but I got one later on. And you ain't think to let me know. So when we was hanging out, you definitely had a girlfriend. Like, yeah, nothing was physical, but that's inappropriate. But you see, ladies, this is why it's important to be connected to God. This is why it's important to really have discernment. Because when something is off, you're going to feel it. But if you out here smoking weed, you in fornication, you living foolish, getting drunk on weekends, you're not going to be able to discern from the Holy Spirit if this man is right for you, if he got something going on, if he a little psycho. You're not going to be able to do that because you got all that foolishness in your life. So this is a message to the women, like, ladies, let's clean our lives up. It's time to clean our lives up. We worried about men. Yeah, men, we can't control men, but we can control what we got going on. So if you trying to get the message from God, and it ain't even got to be about no man. It could be about the job that you need to take. It could be about finances. It could be about whatever. If you trying to hear from God, you got to clean your life up. Don't be expecting to hear from God when you living like you don't know nothing about God. Like, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. So I hope this message blesses somebody. But it's time to be prayed up, especially when it comes to dating. It's time to really just be like, be okay being single. We all want love. Everybody want love, myself included. We all want to be in love. We all want to be loved. We all want to give love. But we can't let that be our driving point for us to be desperate in this season. And there are a lot of desperate women. And that's why I can't really connect with a lot of women outside of the people that I already know, because I just see the desperation. I be like, oh my God. This man has canceled on you 4 times for this date, and you still wondering if you should talk to him. Be for real, sis. Be for real. Yes, life happens, but 4 times? It's time to wake up. It's time to stop being stupid, because these men are having their way with us in every kind of way. And if we keep laying down, letting them walk all over us, we're going to end up broke, busted, and disgusted. Wake up, use your brain, use the internet, do a background check, look these men up, go from this, that, the third, look up that phone number. You can tell a lot about a person from their phone number if they got some stuff on the web. Listen, I done found out a lot from a phone number. You can find out a lot. If something telling you, I don't think he's really single. I don't think he really. Go ahead, be like that FBI agent and go ahead, get busy, get busy. And sometimes, I'll be honest, you don't need to confront the person when you find out what you find out, depending on what you find out. Like, sometimes it's just best to just block them and go on about your business, because it can end bad for you if you find out something they ain't want you to find out and you tell them. That could be your life. So it's scary out here. We got women, I mean, being lives being taken advantage of because, or taken because of a man, because he about to get exposed for X, Y, and Z. So ladies, be smart, be careful, trust God, and remember that just because everybody else got a man don't mean you have to get a man if God not giving that man to you. Like, relax, it's gonna be okay. Be okay being single. Focus on you. Get yourself together. Get your life together. Get out of whatever sin you in, and start doing the work that God has given you to do. As always, y'all, stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent.